Hey everybody, welcome back. We are en route to a little town called Thor, Iowa, and we are picking up another tractor for Mark over at Antique Outboards, bringing it back to the ranch to reside part-time or until it ends up in Florida ultimately. But this is kind of a special tractor. I'll give you some details now and some later, but it's a Minneapolis Moline Model Z, 1938 model. It's got a freshly rebuilt engine in it, and the guy that owns it currently has spent a lot of time trying to get it as close to factory original as possible. So this is going to be a pretty good find, and there's a couple special things with it that I think you guys will really find pretty interesting. So Raylan's with me in the back. Say hi, Raylan.
Hi.
And we're about 2 hours out. We've got about an hour and a half on the road so far. So about a 3 hour 40-minute ride. So we'll do some more video when we get there. So we'll see you there. Well, we're about 10 minutes out from our destination. It's about 11:30 in the morning. We've passed some pretty interesting stuff in Clarion, Iowa. I think there's an old equipment and auto museum in Clarion, however it's pronounced. But unfortunately, we're not going to have time to stop. I have to be back home this afternoon. I have some things going on, but we'll be pulling in here shortly, and we'll get loaded up and get back on the road. No. There we go. So this is Mark's newest purchase, a 1938 ZTU Moline. Now what's unique about this, not only is the entire engine completely rebuilt, the engine is bored 40 thousandths over and the crank has been turned 20 thousandths. But what's really unique about this is the first 1938 ZTU. And that's pretty cool. We've got the serial tag here on the side. You can even see some old scribe marks that says 38 right here. Pretty cool. It's got a really nice fuel tank on it. It's the dual fuel tank, so it's got a gasoline tank in the rear, a starting tank, and then the main tank would have been kerosene. But this one here is no longer in use. It is still plumbed in with the three-way valve, but The gasoline is in the main tank now because nobody runs kerosene anymore hardly, or distillate fuel. But it's got original Goodyear 45-degree tread tires on the rear, and it's got some really nice reproduction Firestone period correct rubber on the front. Another unique feature on these early 37 and 38 Zs is the hand crank is not removable. Well, it is, but you have to take the entire bolster apart to get it out. So this actually stays in. All the lights work. The front headlights, that's a 7-inch flat lens headlight, and the rear light on the fender. The tin work is pretty much flawless in it. There's hardly any dents or dings. These flat top fenders are hard to find in really nice shape. My ZTU is a 44. It's got the curved clamshell type fenders. Still got the original Minneapolis Moline emblem on the grille screen. Just a real nice running tractor. It should be. It's got a complete rebuild. We got all of the receipts for it from all the work that he has done on it. We got some extra spacers. I guess I didn't know this, but they had different size spacers that went on the ends of the axles here for different row spacing for different crops. So I think the ones that we got with it are 2-inch spacers. We also got a set of brake drum covers, an extra set. These are a nicer set. He gave us the originals that have been repaired and primed, but the clips are all missing. So if you wanted to use the originals, you'd have to drill out the rivets on these and install the clips on the originals. But these ones are the exact same thing, and they're serving the same purpose. So what's the point of, you know, going through all that work if these ones are the same thing? So another unique feature of the early Z is the coated 3-spoke steering wheel. So a lot of tractors obviously have a 3-spoke design, but these are coated with bakelite throughout the entire steering wheel, and I don't believe there's any reproduction wheels like this available. And this one's in really nice shape. There's some cracking going on, but for the most part, I mean, all the material is there. You could, if you wanted to, you could restore this by doctoring it up with some body filler, and it would be a really nice piece, but I think it's great just the way it is. New gauges, period correct gauges. It's got the swinging seat on it. It is a PTO delete, so it's got a Minneapolis Moline cover where the PTO would be. Very nice tractor. There's something to be said about a tractor that's very mechanically sound, that has a bit of an original look to it, versus one that's all painted and runs like crap or doesn't run very well. So anybody can paint a tractor, but you know, to rebuild one and make it mechanically sound, that's a whole different ball game. So it also has a, I'll open this up real quick, but it has a 12-volt alternator generator. I can't remember the manufacturer of this, but these are available, but they're quite expensive. It has an electronic ignition in it. It's just a really great tractor. It doesn't miss a beat. These early hoods, they have these stay rods too, so that they're like a prop rod, so that the hood doesn't fall down on your head when you're working on it. Kind of neat. My 44 ZTU does not have this. Only the early Zs had it. But Has the original early carburetor with the air intake tube that bolts onto the front of the carburetor. It's just a very, very correct and very, very good original Moline. So we're gonna shut it down, and I'm gonna get the trailer unhooked and put it away because I'm tired. We left at 10 to 8 this morning, and it's getting close to 7 o'clock. So we've been doing this 11 hours today. We had another flat tire on the trailer, so we had to deal with that, you know, 80 miles from home. So yeah, very, very nice tractor. Can't argue with it. So congratulations, Mark. Thanks for watching. Thanks for wrenching with us, and we'll see you in the next one.